Welcome to PeerLearning.net's Jigsaw Lesson. Peer learning activities can help students learn how to work together, share knowledge, and build a sense of community in the classroom. These peer relationship skills play an important role in students' academic engagement, their social-emotional skill development, and their behavior towards one another. Although peer learning activities can have a host of academic, social, and behavioral benefits, they can be complex to design and difficult to deliver in the classroom. To be successful, peer learning activities must have certain key design elements and must be delivered very precisely to ensure they can be completed during the class period. PeerLearning.net supports teachers in designing and delivering high-quality peer learning lessons in 5 important ways. Before the lesson, PeerLearning.net enables teachers to design the lesson content using flexible templates that incorporate all the key design elements, and choose a targeted social skill to go with the lesson. During the lesson, PeerLearning.net will direct all student activity according to a pre-specified timetable, including their movement between groups, the steps they follow during the lesson, and ways in which they complete their work. This ensures that the lesson finishes on time. PeerLearning.net will also support the teacher in observing for the targeted social skill. After the lesson, PeerLearning.net will guide the teacher and students in a discussion of what went well during the lesson and what could use improvement. Let's see how it works. Here, a social studies teacher is using PeerLearning.net to design a jigsaw lesson on the different branches of government. Since there are 3 branches of government, this teacher divides the class into learning groups of 3. The teacher also uses PeerLearning.net to select a social skill to accompany the lesson, like sharing ideas, asking for clarification, summarizing, or encouraging participation. When delivering the lesson, the teacher's role is to be a guide on the side, while students teach and learn from each other. When the lesson begins, PeerLearning.net assigns students to learning groups in a random order, so as the class does more jigsaw lessons, each student will have the opportunity to work with each other student in class. Once students are assigned to learning groups, PeerLearning.net distributes the teacher's learning materials. In this example, each student in the group is responsible for learning about one of the 3 branches of government, and later sharing what they know with each of the other students in their learning group. PeerLearning.net provides students with a T-chart for the social skill, so they know what the skill looks like and sounds like. Now, the students learn their portion of the content and prepare to teach their portion of the lesson. They begin by meeting with another student who is responsible for the same content in a preparation pair. PeerLearning.net assigns students to preparation pairs and directs them to get together in their own part of the room. These 2 students read the assigned learning materials and then develop a teaching aid or graphic to help them present the content to the other students in their learning group in a memorable way. Once they have developed an initial version of their teaching aid, PeerLearning.net assigns the students to a second pair called a practice pair, where they review their teaching graphic with another student who is again working on the same content. PeerLearning.net handles the logistics of these moves, freeing the teacher to work with those students that need help with the content. Each student in the practice pair presents their graphic to the other, giving them a chance to practice delivering their lesson. Then, each student can incorporate something they like from the other student's graphic. The students are now prepared to teach their part of the lesson. They rejoin their learning group and use their graphic to teach their content to their groupmates. As the students are working, the teacher is watching for the target social skill, recording observations, and reinforcing students' use of the skill. Finally, PeerLearning.net guides the students and teacher in group processing, where the learning groups discuss what went well in their group and what could use improvement. PeerLearning.net encourages each student to say something specific and positive about other students' work by providing prompts and sentence starters. The basic jigsaw lesson is now complete. This teacher has chosen to have students review what they've learned. PeerLearning.net is guiding them through a series of flashcards in a random manner. For each flashcard, each student provides their response. Then the learning group's response is finalized by resolving any disagreement and achieving consensus. If the group's response is incorrect, they will have an opportunity to understand their mistake and clarify their thinking. Now, students move apart and take the quiz independently. PeerLearning.net will score the quiz and award bonus points as directed by the teacher. The teacher may choose to offer a reward based upon the learning group's achievements. For example, if everyone in a learning group scores above 90%, the group could receive bonus points. Finally, PeerLearning.net brings the students together once again to review their performance on the quiz and correct any errors. As you can see, PeerLearning.net provides teachers with the tools they need to successfully design and deliver high-quality Jigsaw lessons. As students gain experience working in collaborative learning groups and strengthen their social relationships with one another, you can expect these lessons to have strong positive effects on their behavior, social-emotional skills, and academic achievement.